What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joeywerk. I'm back. Happy Wednesday. Tomorrow will be 420. I'll break down the entire card for tomorrow, Thursday, April 20th. From a betting perspective, obviously, I'm not in my office. I am on the road here, but, winter's still got to come. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. If you can't hear me or, my internet's a little funky, I am using the hotel Wi-Fi, so don't hate me. But I do appreciate y'all. Last time you guys saw me was Sunday with JJ and Gary. Holden hasn't showed up 3 weeks in a row. I don't know. Maybe he bailed on us for the whole season. I don't know. I messaged him on Twitter. Hey, Holden, you're ever going to come back? No reply. So God bless that man. But I did go 2-1 on Sunday's play. I went 2-1 today on the official spreadsheet. 38-28 to start the MLB season, plus over 13 fucking units. Every play, every day, fully tracked on the Run Pure Bet spreadsheet. You want to sign up, runpurebets.com. Promo code WORK15, WERK15, baby. Not your average Joe, baby. Fucking shirt does the talking. All right, I'm going to cap this slate for tomorrow with you guys, essentially. So let's just go through the slate. If you guys have any questions, obviously throw them in the chat. Here we go. First game is 1:30, Twins versus Red Sox. Kenta Maeda versus Tanner Hoark. I've kind of been betting against Boston. I've had a good keel on Boston thus far. Kenta Maeda is plus 105. Comeback is on Boston, minus 120. And then under-over is set at 9 here. Boston's bullpen's not very good. And I bet the Twins 2 days ago, they kept in fucking Rocco Baldelli really screwed the game, and that's why they lost. He leapt in Emilio Pagan for 87 outs, and he blew the game. They were up by 2 in the bottom of the 10th, and boom, 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 here we go. But Minnesota's bullpen has been actually, according to my numbers, the second best in baseball thus far. So I definitely trust them. And when we had the Run Pure Bets meetup or Run Pure Sports meetup earlier before the season started, I was chatting with DC, and I told him, I think this is a bounce back year for Kenta Maeda. I know last year he pitched, or he didn't pitch at all last year because he was hurt. Year before he got hurt, so he missed the whole season. I thought, he can revert back to that 2019, 2020, under 4 ERA and get outs. He doesn't throw anything really, really overpowering, but he gets people by deception. A lot of people are swinging at it. So I do preferably like him. Obviously, the Red Sox have scored a lot of runs this year. I think they have their top 5 in runs scored this year, but they also strike out a good amount. So I do expect Kenta Maeda to probably have a solid start out there, keep this Red Sox team in wraps. Maybe it's 2-1, 3-1 after the first 5. On the other side, Tanner Hoark, however the fuck you say his name. I'm not really very high on him. He's had 3 starts this year, 14 innings, 7 earned runs. He walked 4 people in his last start against the Angels at home. The guy, he has 7 walks in 14 innings. He's issuing a walk every other inning. His strikeouts are up. Yeah, I get it. But he also hasn't thrown more than 78 pitches in any of his starts. So we're going to hand it over to that Boston bullpen. And the Twins obviously have as I mentioned earlier, the Twins obviously have a advantage in the bullpen. So I'm going to take the Twins money line here, and we can get that at plus 105 via Caesars, I'm seeing. Plus 105 via Caesars looks like the best line. So that'll be my first official play. Twins money line, plus 105. I do expect some line movement to come their way. This will probably be this will probably be a pick 'em tomorrow. So if you want to it is also the early game, 1:35 tomorrow. So don't get too stoned or forget to make the bet. Make sure to make the bet. Fucking love you, but respect. Thanks. That's going on the bottom. I got to throw this up too. Yankees might not make the playoffs. Chuck, have you already started smoking? 420's tomorrow, bro. It might not make the playoffs. Fucking simmer down over there. All right. Next game we have is Angels-Yankees. Speaking of, Patrick Sandoval versus Nestor Cortes, 2 lefties going at it here. I do very much like Patrick Sandoval. He's probably actually out of the 2 pitchers. I know I'm a Yankee fan. Out of the 2 pitchers, I do think he's better than Nestor Cortes. Sandoval has continued to. I actually drafted him in my season-long fantasy league. He pitched really good. he had multiple good starts last year. And he pitched really good down the stretch. He had an under 3 ERA last year, 27 starts, and basically his first year fully as a starter in the bigs. And he's came back and pitched quite good. His he pitched good his first 2 starts. He did have a little trouble in Boston, but essentially, he didn't give up any earned runs. So he was a little wild, as he is, but he is fully stretched out, and I do really like his stuff. His advanced numbers are very good as well. As for the bullpens, Yankees bullpen is 4th best in baseball. Angels are about middle of the road. Both teams use a lot, especially the Yankees use a good amount of relievers out of the pen the last couple days. They did play extra inning game today. So it's Angels or pass here. I'm likely going to pass because Nestor actually has some good advanced numbers as well. But I do think Nestor probably regresses a little bit this year based on what he did last year. He's throwing a 4-seamer almost 50% of the time, and it's not particularly, it's low 90s, say like 93, 94. So I get it. It's because he's a lefty, and obviously he does crazy shit on the hill. It has been limited a little bit because of the pitch clock, but this is Angels or pass. Essentially, I'm going to pass. If you prefer the Angels, maybe you take them on the first 5. Maybe not. Maybe, Angels or pass there. Next game we got is Reds Pirates. Luke Weaver, first start of the year versus Ronzi Contreras. If you guys watch me, you guys know I'm kind of high on Ronzi Contreras. I know his numbers haven't backed up, his stuff thus far, but he has been pretty good. I can't believe, how bad are the Reds that we got to bring back up Luke Weaver. Luke Weaver, his last 3 years, the guy fucking had 6.56 ERA last year. And that was, he only started 1 game. That was out of the bullpen. Years prior, his ERA is almost, in the last 3 years, his ERA is almost 6. I mean, is this a guy I want to trust? No. Even his last tune-up start in the minors, went 5, gave up 3 earned runs. Not exactly a guy I trust here. What the line we got is Cincinnati plus 135, plus 140 in spots. Comeback is Pittsburgh minus 160. Under-over is set at 9. How about these Pirates, though? The pesky Pirates, right? This team is 12-7 out the gate. Don't hate on the Pirates, right? This team is playing really well. Andrew McCutchen brought some veteran leadership there, and this team is playing really well. And they have, they do have some young talent on this team. Jack Sawinski, the guy, if he strikes out a little less, I mentioned him last year, right? Last time I mentioned Jack Sawinski, right? He goes and hits 3 fucking homers the next day. So if you play DFS, maybe a little Jack Sawinski versus Luke Weaver, 81 degrees in there. He is like a home run or bust guy, but he just needs to work on limiting his strikeout swings and misses. And this guy's going to be pretty damn good. Obviously, Brian Reynolds still swinging a hot bat. And then they got Juan Bay, another guy that we didn't really know of coming into the year, playing very, very good. So I do like the Pirates here. The number is way too juiced for me. Minus 160, minus 150 is the best I can see on the Pirates. I mean, I'm not betting on the Pirates minus 150. I get it. They're 12-7. They're playing good. They're playing against Luke Weaver. I can't do it. If you want to take the Pirates on the first 5, it's not a bad look. Contreras only had 1 home start, and it was against Houston, and he did get shelled. But I just got to stay away here. And the Pirates haven't really, they've been solid, but it's mainly been their pitching. They haven't really scored that many runs. Actually, the Reds have scored more runs than them thus far this year. So it's a stay away spot. But on to the next game. Next game I have is Colorado-Philly. 640, Ryan Feltner versus Matt Strahm, the lefty. Who would have thought that the Rockies would be 5-14 after almost 20 games? Holy shit. Philly's 8-11, obviously struggling a little bit without Bryce Harper, and their bullpen is fucking terrible. The Phillies bullpen is 3rd worst in baseball. Oakland, and you'll never even guess. Guess who the 2nd worst bullpen, according to my numbers, are? Guess. And it's not the White Sox, so I told you 18 times. Guess. Yeah. So we got the Rockies, Phillies, as I mentioned. This is in Citizens Bank Park in Philly. Ryan Feltner, who hasn't seen, both these pitchers really haven't seen much of the other team. Should be, when are the Rockies going to wake up and score some runs? That's really the problem. Do they attack this lefty? Historically last year they were really good versus lefties, but they are on the road, and it's hard to back a team that barely scores outside of Coors Field. So I'm likely going to stay away here. I definitely prefer Matt Strahm over Feltner. But Feltner could probably have a good start here outside of Colorado, you know. And Strom has pitched pretty solid. You know, I know he had one bad start. I don't think he's fully stretched out. He hasn't really thrown. I don't think he's thrown more than 70 pitches. So it's essentially going to be a Philly bullpen game. So if you're betting on Philly, take them on the first 5. As I mentioned, their bullpen is fucking terrible. Do not, after the first 5, you guys are up, you know, Philly's up 3-1, 2-1, and we lose the game late. You're not going to be very happy. So if you're going to bet the Phillies, take them on the first 5. This is also Strom's only second home start. His first home start, he did pitch against Miami, 5 scoreless, 4 innings, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. So pretty good numbers there. And obviously Feltner has better numbers on the road than at home. I just don't exactly trust him even on the road, you know. His numbers in the minors were not very good. He's been in the minors for a pretty long time, you know. He pitched in Washington 1 start this year on the road. He gave up 3 earned runs in 5 innings. So, I mean, it's not exactly a guy I trust. So it's Phillies or pass. I'm likely going to pass here as the Phillies are striking out a shit ton as well. Phillies have struck out. Only the Giants have struck out more than the Phillies thus far. So maybe a sneaky first 5 under if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Under over set at 9. Let me just check the first 5 here. First 5 under here is 5.5. Wow. 5.5 minus 130 via FanDuel. 5 minus 120 via Bet365. Wow. They really think, I guess they think they're playing in Colorado. I mean, I'm not going to, you know, that's a heavy lean right there. If I do make that official, I'll tell Run Pure Bet subscribers I made it official, but I'm essentially going to pass on that. If you guys have any questions, definitely throw them in the chat. I appreciate you guys. I need a little water. I fucking flew here. I'm in Tampa. I flew here from Jersey, and I had a tequila, and I fucking fell asleep. I felt like shit. I went and took a shower. I'm like, bro, I got to get motivated to do this video. Let's go. So here we are. All right. Here we are. Ohtani plus 170 for MVP. No fucking thank you, buddy. Plus 170 for MVP. If Ohtani fucking rolls his ankle, he's out. I mean, I'm not betting MVP unless it's over plus 1,000. I'm sorry. Jago, how we doing, baby? Larry Thomas, great stuff as always. I appreciate you. Ryan Longman, appreciate everybody in the chat. Much love. Let's move on to the next game. We got Dodgers versus the Cubbies here. Jameson Taillon for the Cubbies. First, Michael Grove. It looks like it's 60% rain in this game. So likely with that said, I'll likely stay away, but we can still talk through it. Michael Grove, you know, he did have first 2 starts were definitely struggling. His last start out, he pitched against this Cubs team at home. Actually pitched pretty well. He 5 2/3, only allowed 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, only a solo home run to his name. And yeah, I kind of do like this guy. He had pretty, you know, decent numbers. He got passed through the minors really, really fast. He had pretty decent numbers in the minors. His advanced stuff is pretty good as well. Just the Cubbies have been, you know, pretty impressive thus far, if you ask me, you know. And at home, they've been playing quite good as well. You know, Cubbies 11-6 thus far. Dodgers 9-10. Holy shit, the Dodgers. I hope you guys all bet fucking Arizona Diamondbacks over their team total wins this year that I told you guys. I tweeted it out. And I told you on the pregame shows or the preseason shows, that was my best bet in the NL West. I hope you guys made that bet. I really do, because that line is no longer available, and this team looks pretty good, especially with the new rules. Guys stealing bases all over the place. Yeah. On the other end, for Jameson Taillon, he did pitch in the same game against this Dodgers team in LA. He went 5 strong, only allowed 2 hits, no earned runs. His other 2 starts at home, not exactly great. 9 innings, 7 earned runs against Milwaukee and Texas. Not exactly the best of teams. Texas is definitely pretty impressive. I mean, I guess both teams are good on paper, but they don't scare me, we'll say. There's a lot of fake good teams thus far, as there is always in baseball. That's why you guys tune in. I'll weed out the fakes, and we'll keep it going. But both guys' advanced numbers are actually pretty damn good, limiting hard hit. And Jameson Taillon does throw 6 pitches, and basically, you know, he's mainly a 4-pitch guy, but he does essentially throw all 6 pitches, while Grove, on the other end, really leans on his 4-seamer. So it is Cubbies probably or pass here. Line is Jameson Taillon minus 110. I'm seeing best available. On the other end is plus 100 on the Dodgers. Under over. Ooh, this is at I have it set at first 5. Let me just change this real fast. Under over on the full game is come on, internet. What the fuck you doing? Full game under over 10.5. Holy shit. That's probably because there's wind. Yeah, 20 miles per hour out. Yeah, I'm just going to pass on this game. Leaners with the Cubs. Obviously, weather is definitely going to take an effect there. Next game we have is Padres versus Diamondbacks. 9-11 Padres. Who would have thought that, right? This fucking lineup looks really good on paper. Nando will be back shortly. We got Michael Wacha on the hill. Definitely do not trust Michael Wacha in Arizona versus Diamondbacks team. This should be a fun game. Ryan Nelson on the other end for the Diamondbacks. This is his first official. He's a rookie, quote unquote. He did have 3 starts last year. Pitched really good through the minors. He expedited it through the minors. He's only pitched in the minors for essentially 2 years. Now he's already back up here, and he's pitched pretty good. He went 6 strong in 2 of his 3 starts. He's definitely done not on a pitch limit. He's throwing almost 100 pitches every single start. He's more of a pitch to contact guy. He hasn't really essentially got the strikeout numbers yet. Yeah, I kind of do like this guy. I definitely like him better than Michael Wacha. Under over set at 9 here, plus 122 on the D-backs here. So let me just check bullpen rankings here because Arizona is pretty good, huh? Now, Arizona I have as 12th best in baseball. That's pretty good. Dodgers I have as, not the Dodgers. Padres I have as San Diego Padres 11th worst in baseball. So yeah, Arizona has the slight edge in the bullpen as well. I'm not totally against taking a little Ryan Nelson on the first 5 here because I do think the Diamondbacks score off Mr. Wacha. It's just, can Ryan Nelson hold down this Padres team? Wacha's given up 40% hard hit rate. Obviously, we know he doesn't really have much on his fastball. While on the other end, Ryan Nelson has really good advanced numbers. Obviously, as I mentioned, his strikeouts not exactly there, but I mean, do I trust this team at home? A nice little plus number here. I think, this is when you bet baseball every day, you got to find spots. As I mentioned, guys, I never go over 130. I don't even think I bet over like 125 this year, minus 125. Most of my bets are plus money. I bet one minus 125. That's how you grind out units, and that's why we're 38 and 28, but we're up 13 units because you find plus money spots and you attack them. You win. Say I gave you 2 plus money spots, I win one of them, I'm up money. So I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a little Ryan Nelson. Yeah, Wacha's fucking fastball, 91 miles an hour. Yeah, right. Ryan Nelson on the first 5. Let's take the Diamondbacks first 5 here. Again, as I mentioned, I am capping this live with you guys. So this is, a rundown of how I cap the games day by day, every night by night, every single time. So we can get FanDuel. Let me see. Wow. FanDuel plus 108 is the best number I'm seeing, first 5. So we're going to take Arizona first 5, money line, via FanDuel plus 108. And last game, but not least, is the Mets versus the San Francisco Giants. Maybe I should go wash my hands. Max, what happened there, buddy? Supposedly he was angered but I saw a tweet somebody sent out that the umpires was touching his hand and his fingers was sticking to his hand. So, I mean, maybe it was just the Rosenberg and sweat. I'm not here to fucking decipher. He got caught cheating. The team still won the game. Have some fucking fun. So here we go. Last game of the day. Cody Senga versus Sean Manaea. Mets minus 140 on the money line. Over under is set at 8.5. Mr. Manaea is a guy that I've faded a good amount in my career and have had a lot of fucking success doing it. Mets are on, I want to say the Mets are on, like, this is their 3rd away trip on they've traveled. This is a 3rd straight away series. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that's where they're at. So going to San Fran here, no off day. I know it's not a far travel from LA, but they get a nice healthy hand in Mr. Sean Manaea. Manaea pitched good his 1 start at home versus the Royals, but I mean, this guy has pitched against the White Sox, the fucking Royals, and the Tigers. God bless. He's in the fucking NL West. He's pitching against the 3 AL East, AL Central teams that suck. I mean, God bless the man. The Mets are definitely going to score some runs. Senga has been pretty damn good, if you ask me. I think we faded him on the first 5 last start and got a nice plus 150, but, it's all about starts here. He has pitched 2 starts on a row, pitched pretty good. He did struggle a little bit in Oakland. He definitely has a little trouble with his command, but he has really good stuff. He's fully stretched out. His advanced numbers have been pretty nice as well thus far to start the year. So I kind of do like the Mets here. Let me just check bullpen numbers here if we're going to attack this via first 5 or a full game. Mets bullpen on paper, I'm not really impressed with it. Middle of the pack bullpen for them. San Francisco bullpen is much better. San Francisco's bullpen is better than. Also, San Fran strikes out the most in all of baseball. If you guys are into player props or whatever, I don't really exactly bet player props because, I've been fucking betting mainly money lines or first fives or, under overs. But mainly money lines or first fives I've been betting. Under overs is a slight. I do bet them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm more of a better at picking who's going to win the fucking game. And as you guys can see, the last 4 years, I have been absolutely killing baseball. We're just going to continue to do this. So, I think we're going to take the Mets on the first 5 here. Let me just check the line. So minus 130 is the money line. We're not going to take the money line at minus 130. We're not laying that. We just hope that they're up 1 run after it. And I saw an interview because I'm watching MLB Network. The channel's on 24/7. Even I'm in the hotel room. Fucking MLB Network's on right now. But I did see Buck Showalter said the team was all riled up after they won that game, after Max got thrown out. So hopefully they continue this mojo, go into San Fran, 6-11 San Fran, just handle them on the first 5. So getting via FanDuel plus 116. Mets first 5, minus a half, plus, what did I say, plus 116? Plus 116. So those are the 3 official bet plays. Twins money line plus 105. Arizona first 5 money line via FanDuel plus 108. Mets first 5 minus a half via FanDuel at plus 116. Those are all beyond the Run Pure Bet spreadsheet. Fully track every day, every single play. I mean, I don't exactly know what else you guys want. Joey, more of a parlay guy. I do not parlay at all. If somebody's selling you parlays, guys, he's the wrong fucking handicapper because he's long-time loser. I'm telling you that. If you're fucking doing money dog parlays, money line parlays, 2-teamers, long time, don't fucking do that shit. One, you just bet straight bets, and long term, I promise you we will win. Okay? Joey, where you at? Mr. Miyagi. I'm in Tampa, Florida, my guy. Tampa, Florida. I'll actually be, if anybody is in Tampa, I'm going to go to the Rays game on Friday night versus the White Sox. My guy, Michael Kopech on the hill. Every time I say his name, I get a slight hard on. I used to love that guy. He never has lived up to his name, but I do have my White Sox hat over there. I'll be wearing that in enemy territory. It's really scary in Tampa Bay. Not. But yeah, I'll take some photos. I think my guy Kurt from Run Pure might meet me there. We'll do some content maybe. Maybe I'll give you a free play from the fucking ballpark. How about that? So make sure to follow me. Make sure to follow me at Joeywerk. It's fucking right here on the Twitter. I'll tweet out a video or a free play for Friday. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'm going to give you one free play tomorrow night. It's going to be late. I got to work till probably about 10 p.m. tomorrow night. I'll do capping. So maybe 11 p.m. on the East Coast tomorrow night again. And then I'll do probably a free play Friday via Twitter only. Will you tweet these plays out, Larry? I will not. You got to fucking watch the video to get the plays. I do not tweet. I tweet out the video. You watch the video, get the plays. I'm not gonna do all the work for you, because then nobody would watch the video if I just tweeted out the plays. Why the fuck am I even doing videos? Half the other cappers, they don't even do videos. They just tweet out the play. They don't even got their they never even show their face because they're losers. Here we are. But appreciate you all. You guys got any questions? Now's the time. Now's the time you got any questions or I'm getting out of here. Appreciate you all. Nice little how long are we going? I don't even fucking know. Half hour, maybe? Yeah, 25 minutes. Sounds good. What do I do for work? It's confidential. I'm not a drug dealer. Don't worry. Actually. But all right. Appreciate you all. What do you like to drink alcohol-wise? I'm a tequila guy, and I like it reposado. But yeah, I appreciate you, Jabroni Clyde. Appreciate Larry, Jago, Chuck, my guy, Chuck. Chuck is like the most positive guy I ever met. Fucking shout out Chuck, bro. Banksy. Appreciate you all, guys. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'm buying some right now. Let's go. Let's go, Clyde, you jabroni. Peace and love. Joeywerk's out.